Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today's topic is the spectrum of electromagnetic waves and this is of chapter number 16. So, student, have you heard the name electromagnetic waves? Actually, these waves are classified into 7 categories, starting from radio waves up to gamma rays. But all these waves have their own properties. As we say, radio waves has their own property, microwaves has their own property, infrared have their own property. It all depends upon the frequency of these waves. So they are classified according to the frequency. So as we say, these radio waves, this has the lower frequency than microwaves. Then microwaves have lower frequency than infrared. So if we see from the frequency point of view, you will see that there is an increase in the frequency when we go up, like from radio to microwave, microwave to infrared, infrared to visible. Okay, let me point it. This is number 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So radio waves can penetrate through walls, they can penetrate through buildings. So as we see that we receive the signals from the base transceiver station, BTS, मतलब जो टावर होते हैं उनसे हम सिग्नल रिसीव करते हैं. So these signals, we know that they can penetrate through walls, they can penetrate through roofs, they can penetrate through certain buildings. Means they have the traveling distance up to the 5 to 10 to 15 kilometers. और ये जो waves होती हैं, इनकी जो wavelength होती है वो बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. So the wavelength इनकी क्या होगी, मतलब एक wave इट्स लाइक द साइज ऑफ अ बिल्डिंग. तो बिल्डिंग जितनी बड़ी ये वेव हो सकती है, बिकॉज दिस हैज़ द लोअर फ्रीक्वेंसी. सो रेडियो वेव्स की फ्रीक्वेंसी लो है. तो एज वी गो अप टुवर्ड्स द माइक्रोवेव्स, these have little higher frequency than radio waves, and in it there is example of radar, satellite television. अब इन माइक्रोवेव्स में डिस्टेंस ये बहुत ज़्यादा कवर करना होता है, क्योंकि फ्रॉम अर्थ स्टेशन टुवर्ड सैटेलाइट इनका सिग्नल पहुंचता है. सो देयर मस्ट बी अ ह्यूज पावर इन द माइक्रोवेव सिग्नल्स, एंड दीज माइक्रोवेव सिग्नल्स कैन नॉट पेनिट्रेट थ्रू वॉल्स, कैन नॉट पेनिट्रेट थ्रू रूफ्स, बट दे कैन पेनिट्रेट अ लार्जर डिस्टेंस. तो इनके पास क्या होता है, अ मच लार्जर डिस्टेंस टू कवर फ्रॉम अर्थ स्टेशन. अब इनका जो अर्थ स्टेशन से लेकर टुवर्ड्स सैटेलाइट तक इनका सिग्नल जाता है. सो दे हैव टू ट्रेवल मच लार्जर डिस्टेंस. नाउ इंफ्रारेड रेडिएशंस, these have the higher frequency than microwaves, but its wavelength, now as we go up, the wavelength starts to shrink. अब ये जो wavelength होगी ये shrink होती चली जाएगी, छोटी होती चली जाएगी. So we know that the radiations from human body, these radiations are called as infrared radiations or radiations from TV remote. Up they cannot travel further distance. As we know that radio waves can travel further distance, microwave can travel further distance, but in infrared it cannot travel through higher distances, because as we know that these cannot penetrate through walls, cannot penetrate through building etc. बिल्कुल ही छोटा सा डिस्टेंस इनको कवर करना होता है, कि जैसे कि हाथ से लेकर टीवी तक. ठीक. Now visible light, we all must know about the visible light. We all must have seen the colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet, starting from shortest wavelength to the highest wavelength. Now let us cover the ultraviolet rays. We must know that this is the emission from the sun. emission from sun. So actually the rays which are being emitted by the sun are called the ultraviolet rays, and these ultraviolet rays are classified as UVA, UVB and UVC. Now next, now we must know that as we go up, the frequency, the wavelength starts to shrink. जैसे जैसे हम आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे, wavelength क्या होती जाएगी, shrink होती जाएगी. Now in X-rays the wavelength will be like shrink, and this has the higher frequency than above all five. So X-ray, we must know about these X-rays because many of us have heard about the bone fracture, any type of fracture. So the X-rays are emitted and they can travel through the flesh of the human body, and they are reflected back from the bones of the human body. So this is the responsibility of the X-rays, because these rays and these rays have very shorter wavelengths, so that's why they can penetrate through human body and they are reflected back from the bones of the human body. And number 2 point, it is used as a medicines for the cancer treatment. Now the the seventh is gamma rays. Gamma rays has much larger frequency than all of the above rays, and it also used as a cancer treatment, for the cancer treatment, because these are the very shorter wavelengths, so they can penetrate through the body of the human and they can destroy the tumors. So this is the highly efficient type of ray which is used for the treatment of the cancer. Students, I hope you have understood the lecture. Thank you for understanding it.